Alright guys, back here with another video, and this time with my buddy Jacob, and he played a new leader from the newest starter deck, Mass Saiyan, and he ended up doing very well in the tournament that was right after the case tournament they had, and I just wanted to discuss it and put it on the channel because he did fairly well with this deck, and I actually need this video for my channel, obviously, because we don't have one yet, and I actually was really intrigued with his list, and he changed it up after not doing so hot in the case tournament, because he was playing some cards he didn't really like too much in the deck. So he went and changed it up, and he did way better. He ended up getting third place after Swiss, and he was playing red-black Mass Saiyan. He's going to discuss some things in the deck, and we're going to get into it.
Alright. So just to say beforehand, I was trying to play this tricolor with blue in there, and I decided the blue cards just weren't working for what I wanted the deck to do. So I replaced them, and one of the cards I replaced them with was Toa, the Space-Time Unleashed. She's basically a Kind Saiyan Son Goku for Miras and Mass Saiyans. Look at the top 7 and look for them. She grabs your 4-drop Overrealm Mira, which is a really good card you want to drop a lot. And I played 4 of the Spring Kai of Time. She's the 10k pump for black. Whenever you have 5 cards or more in your warp, she basically acts like a Dodoria or a Piccolo. So 9 times out of 10, assuming you overwhelm on your first turn, she's live after your first turn.
Which is pretty broken.
Yep. And then I played 2 Unrelenting Assault Trunks.
When you warp him off the field with Xeno Evolve, he comes back to your hand.
Yeah.
And so you can attack with him and then play the Xeno Trunk over him, and then that card untaps and he gets sent to the warp, and then by its ability it's triggered and gets back to your hand.
Yeah, and what's really cool is you can play him for free, then Xeno Evolve him, and then grab something from your warp like one of the BCC Gohans or something like that. And that's why he's really good. And then I played 4 of the Time Patrol Trunks, because he just lets you grab cards, he can fix your hands. You basically pay him for free because of Overrealm.
And Bardock is, he mills 3. Sorry, Mass Saiyan, the leader. He mills 3 at the start of the turn, and I forgot to mention this, if you mill a black card, it gains critical, and if you mill a card with any color, it gains 5,000. And it does it on both sides. And he draws 2 and he awakens, so he's not like some of the new leaders where he just untaps 2.
Okay.
So the cards that cost 3 Overrealm are always live.
Next card was the Mass Saiyan from the Special Edition promo, and I actually at first I didn't really like it. I actually now kind of like this card better than the expansion Mass Saiyan, because this one can hit blockers, and this one also helps you awaken. It's like one of the 5 or 6 ways you can awaken yourself in this deck. One interaction I had today was playing against an android player. When I was at 5 life, they played the android that doesn't let me draw when I awaken. So it went to my turn, I drew this, and I dropped it, took the life, warped his promo away, and then awakened my leader and drew my cards. Next we play 4 of the Killer Sword Trunks, who's the Xeno Evolve from the Black Starter deck. You Xeno Evolve him for 4, and then you can play any card from your warp, or any card from your warp that has 3 energy or less. He's
pretty good.
Yeah.
And he just stays, unlike the other black card, because he's a Xeno Evolve.
Next up is my favorite little set of cards in the deck, and this is basically your out to anything that's barrier. So I'm playing 3 of the Awakened Warrior Bardock and 2 of SS3 Bardock Power Unleashed. And if you don't know what this guy does, he's a 5-drop Xeno Evolve, and when you evolve him, he takes 5 cards from your warp, puts them into your drop area, and then he warps all your opponent's cards. And he's also a 30k triple strike. And this card is the only way in the game to get him out.
He's just a double striker.
Yeah, he's just a double striker that you play for free, basically, with Overrealm. And then next to that SS3 Bardock, next I was playing a 4 of what I think is really probably the best black card in the deck. This Mira, because it's basically a 20k crit you can play for free, essentially, but overwhelmed. On top of this, sometimes if you were playing against someone who can't really awaken themselves, you can crit them 3 times on your first turn using this card, and if you draw the Champa that gives double strike. So that was it for the black cards. I played it's about half the deck. It's pretty close to being almost half and half. Next I was playing red. 4 Kaba.
Obvious card for aggro deck.
Yeah. It lets you awaken, and in the late game it can even be used to apply a little bit of pressure once you get them to 2 or 3 cards left in their life. Then I play 4 of Quick Rush Trunks. I felt like a lot of times I was charging this as energy, but at the same time it's a 15k crit you can play for 2. So then I played 4 of the Gohan promo. This card, you never really hard play it. I did a few times, but majority of the time you want to use it for comboing and then bring it back with your Trunks. But he draws a card, and he also has double strike. Sometimes he can really fix your hands playing him. 4 Manipulating God Champa. I did this because he's basically advantage on the field that you can use for comboing, and he also searches what is quite frankly probably one of the most important, well, one of the better cards of the deck, which is Furthering Destruction Champa. Makes your leader or whoever double strike. Like I won
double strike.
Yeah, I won a game today by playing the Time Patrol Trunks and then using this on it and comboing out because they didn't block it. They didn't block it. They had like 2 blockers on the field and they didn't block it for some reason. So and then the last card I played was 3 of Pride and Justice Topo.
This card's interesting.
Yeah, it's basically a negate in your hand. Because I wasn't playing, especially when I cut the blue cards, that means I couldn't play Whisa's Coercion.
It's only a negate.
Yeah, it's a negate that's also offensive, because he's 20k and he swings. He can swing, and whenever he kills a battle card...
So, for example, if they block with an 8, if he kills it, he restands. So, just sort of like Android 16. Mm. And so, basically, if you can combo up enough to where they don't really have a combo, he restands, and he can attack earlier again.
Yeah. And so that was...
Whisa's Coercion does kind of stop him.
Yeah. Well, multiple matches today,